So we're going to look at Poseidon and friends. So if you go up here, because our buddy Mr. Mules just got Poseidon. Where is he? I just saw him right here. Okay. So Poseidon attacks an enemy dealing damage and transferring a harmful effect on you to the enemy. So if he's got any harmful effects or debuffs, right? He transfers them off of himself. Attacks all enemies with Mighty Wave, silencing them for 2 turns. The enemies under the silence effect won't be able to use skills with cooldown time except the passive skills. And then Maelstrom attacks all enemies with the attack that won't land as a glancing hit to inflict damage proportionate to your attack speed and decreases their attack power to 0. Also decreases their attack speed to decreases their attack speed for 2 turns. So this attack does not land as a glancing hit, and it's going to deal damage proportionate to your attack speed and decrease their attack bar to 0. So most people want him to go super fast. He's got speed of 101. So you're going to if you're going to go into monster info, I guarantee you're going to see a lot of swift runes or violent, right? But you'll just see them very fast. So plus 93 is probably slow. Despair runes is really good also because you're going to get stunned. But once again, 95 is really slow. 93, once again. Vile Will is going to be slow. You're going to want him to go faster than that, though. So, I don't understand why people are making him so slow. Because he's going to do that, and, you know, they're just not fast enough. So I would just Lucian these guys if I was going to come up. Anytime I see him, I just Lucian him. Here's a good one right here. So Swift Will is a good one by Dark Omega. Attack, on attack, crit damage attack, high attack speed, decent HP, almost 10,000, decent crit rate, right? Good crit damage, and then the 131 speed. So Swift Will, what's up, Ricky? I would definitely recommend a build like this, Swift Will, so that way you can get him to go first in your arena team, or even Despair, but I would recommend Will runes if you had him and make him as fast as possible. So, he's got his brother Okeanos, which is who I have. Attacks an enemy dealing damage and transferring a harmful effect from you to the enemy. And then you have attacks the enemy 2 times with each attack, removing a beneficial effect, and sets back the target's cooldown to max cooldowns. Then you have attacks the enemy multiple times with flaming meteoroids, with each attack having a 25% chance to stun the target for 1 turn. Your attack bar will be recovered by 25% for each enemy stunned by this attack. It's really, really good. Then you have Triton, who's also really, really good. Attacks an enemy. Oh, wait. And then you have their leader skills. Don't forget. So a lot of people do use Poseidon with attack power leader skill for 33%. Not a lot of people are using his leader skill for the accuracy. But then you have Triton, who does defense for 33%. He's going to do the same thing. Transfer the harmful effect from you to the enemy. Attacks all enemies with Mighty Wave, silencing them for 2 turns. The enemies under the silence effect won't be able to use skill with cooldowns at time excluding passive skills. So it's the same thing. And then you're going to see the light one have the same skill as well. Mega Tsunami attacks all enemies with a massive tidal wave, removing the beneficial effects on all the enemies, and decreases the attack bar by 25%. So that's not bad. He's a cleanser and then removes all their attack bar. This guy's going to have Power Surge, same thing. Sweeping Wave, same thing. And then the light one will have remove all harmful effects on all allies and grants them immunity and invincibility for 2 turns. If the allies' harmful effects aren't removed, the duration of the immunity effect will be increased by 1 turn of that ally. That's baller. That is absolutely baller. And then he also has a speed lead. Yeah, I want Pontos for sure. Mananon, another really good one. Same thing. He does this one also, the Spear of Devastation that the fire one does. Except for his passive attacks will deal 50% increased damage on enemies under harmful effects also. Whew! 50% increased. Also, attacks deal 50% increased damage on enemies with no beneficial effects. So no matter what, he's just going ham. Additionally, decrease the HP of all enemies except the target by 30% damage dealt after every attack. And then he's got a crit rate leader skill. So, sickening. Just absolutely disgusting. is really, really strong. So yeah, going back to Poseidon though, definitely I would recommend Swift Will. Have him go first, and then that way he gets everybody down to 0, and you got a chance to really knock it out of the park for your arena team.